What form the weapon takes, well, we'll just have to see.
With Elder Scrolls Online Elsweyr on the horizon, we thought we'd cover all the events leading up to it. Now that the Wraithstone has been obtained, experience the events that led to our best mistake yet. Let us begin.
Excuse me, please? I have a message for you. If I may be so bold, you match the description I was given. I have a message to deliver to you, if that's all right. An old wizard hired me, called himself Abner Tharn, and claimed to be a battle mage in service to Emperor Varan Aquilarius. Oh, if you can imagine such a thing. He was quite insistent I find you and deliver his words exactly as he relayed them to me. Forgive me, but I can't duplicate his imperious inflections. The great Abner Tharn requires your assistance. With it, we can end the Three Banners War. Report to me immediately, if not sooner. He asked me to mark his location on your map.
In the name of the king! You know, Agatha, I'm honored. It's you, Huzzah! Honor and esteem. For the knights of the king.
Always a pleasure, Tharn. Try not to lose those stones. Well, look who it is. Didn't get enough of my company back in the ruins, huh? By the look on Abner Tharn's face, however, I suppose you're here to see him instead of me. Go ahead. Best not to keep the Emperor's battle mage waiting. Same as you, I suppose, business with Abner Tharn. We're pretty much done, though, so the old battle mage is all yours. Probably shouldn't keep him waiting. He gets all cranky if people ignore him. You could say that. Remember those stones we found in the ruins? It's a tablet. Tharn thinks he can decipher it. So we settled on a price, and now the Wraithstone belongs to him. He promised to share his findings, and that suits me just fine.
Ah, Vestige. How good of you to attend me. Information has come to my attention that could significantly change the future of Tamriel and the Empire. If we're going to take advantage of the situation, we need to leave immediately. A situation that could end the Three Banners War and get Irene, Emmerich, and Yoren to return to their senses. While these children squabble over territory, the common people and the Empire suffer. We have an opportunity and we need to jump on it. In simple terms, I just purchased 2 halves of an ancient tablet, the Wraithstone. It forms a map that should lead us to a weapon whose existence will force all sides to cease their aggressive behavior. Help me acquire this weapon and end the war. We must hurry. Even now, someone follows me, resisting my best efforts to identify them. While I deal with this threat, I need you to begin the process of locating the triangulants. Without them, the map is worthless. Of course it is. I just invented it. Right now, the map shown on the Wraithstone has no identifying features. Without the triangulants, I have no context by which to read the map. I know a Khajiiti lawmaster, however, who can help with that. Each half of the tablet contains part of a map and an inscription. Khunzar-ri and the demon weapon. The key to finding the triangulants resides in that Khajiiti myth. We must convince Dagaril-dro to direct us to storytellers who know the legend. Dagaril-dro often wanders the Glenumbra coast. We need to bring him a gift, however, and I know he is fond of dusk mushrooms. Gather the mushrooms from the ruins of Endoom, then meet me at the Lawmaster's camp. I'll mark the location on your map. I know about a great many things, but Khajiiti legends tend to be convoluted. The Lawmaster must direct us to the secret order of storytellers, the Moon Singers. Only they can set us on the correct path. Now, gather the mushrooms for Dagaril-dro. Menial labor? I think not. But weren't you paying attention? Someone has been following me ever since I decided upon this course of action. Despite my efforts, their identity remains annoyingly elusive. Only a mage of great power could hide from me. I doubt my stalker has any interest in you. Why do you think I requested your aid? Given your relative unimportance, you should be able to travel unmolested. Once I've dealt with my stalker, I'll join you at Dagaril-dro's camp. Written records are silent on the subject, but the tablet indicates that Khunzar-ri hid a demon weapon. That's the best translation I could manage. Demon weapon. I believe it's the same relic Queen Anequina used to end the First War of the Prides. Khajiiti legends, each based on a modicum of truth. Queen Anequina led the most powerful of the 16 Khajiit kingdoms. It even took her name. When the Khajiit fought the First War of the Prides, Queen Anequina used a relic to restore the peace. A mythic hero of the Khajiit. His tales tend to be rather outlandish, so we need to separate the truth from the lies. Once we gather the stories related to Khunzar-ri and the demons, we'll find clues that will lead us to the triangulants.
Split up! Eagles triumph!
Move now!
Ah, Walker, good tidings and heartfelt salutations. Dagaril-dro wonders what brings you to this serene location. This one rarely receives visitors. Wait, something smells delicious, yes? Do you perhaps carry dusk mushrooms in your bag? Dusk mushrooms? For Dagaril-dro? What a kind and generous gift to present to this old bag of fur and bones. Still, even a gift is rarely free. Speak, and this one will listen. Maybe even help if it is within this one's ability to do so. Does he now? What else has that old wizard told you? And why does an ancient battle mage care about a secret order of storytellers and a forgotten hero named Khunzar-ri? Well, no matter. For dusk mushrooms, this one will tell you almost anything. Oh, these will make wonderful soup. Thank you. 3 moon singers carried the secret tale of Khunzar-ri and the demon, each a different part. Find Azargo Longtail at the Redfur Trading Post, Mizbina at Bandari Trading Post, and Satarri in Raurka.
I see you made it to the old Lawmaster's camp. Were the dusk mushrooms to his liking? Gratwood, Malabal Tor, and Reaper's March. Not an easy journey, but I can make it more tolerable. Allow me to open a portal to Redfur Trading Post. Track down the first Moonsinger and hear the beginning of Khunzar-ri's tale. I'll be along shortly. This portal will transport you to Redfur Trading Post. I'll catch up with you after I pay my respects to old grandfather.
Khunzar-ri said, "Not by myself, foul demon. I shall gather a Krajun, a company of heroes. Starting with the Altmer, Nurarian the Perfect, who communes among the buried roots of the alien worms. These are the words, and the words are true. This one recognizes a lover of stories when he sees one. Care to hear another tale? Old grandfather sent you. Interesting. This one can only tell you what he knows, and Azargo only knows the beginning of the story. That is the way of things concerning the great stories and the secrets they hold. Are you sure you want to hear it? In the time before time, when the 16 kingdoms were barely more than 16 tribes, the great hero Khunzar-ri went on many adventures. After Khunzar-ri defeated the giant Droll by consuming 401 moon sugar pies, he met a demon. No, a different kind of demon. Now be quiet and listen. The demon said, "My brothers and I shall take this land and its treasures, even the moons from the sky." Khunzar-ri objected, but the demon laughed. "You cannot stop us, little cat thing." Khunzar-ri said, "Not by myself, foul demon. I shall gather a Krajun, a company of heroes, starting with the Altmer, Nurarian the Perfect, who communes among the buried roots of the alien worms. These are the words, and the words are true."
What an interesting story. If only I could shake my shadow as easily as Khunzar-ri does, well, anything. At least now I know where to find the first triangulant. Yes, the triangulant. The first reference point that will allow us to use the map and locate the weapon. We must proceed with caution, however. My unknown follower utilizes a magic I cannot penetrate. I need to conserve my energy, just in case. The location was spelled out in the Moonsinger's story. The verse concerning Nurarian the Perfect. It's as clear as the sky on a cloudless day. Among the buried roots of the Ayleid worms. It refers to a place I know well. Wormroot Depths. Perhaps, but I have no doubt the secret that Khajiit left behind escaped your notice. While your familiarity with the ruin will be a benefit, do not grow complacent. We must be ready for anything. I will meet you at the ruins after I evade my shadow. Ah, the distinctive smell of Daedric sorcery. It's as atrocious as it is pervasive. Your technique seems adequate, if a bit unrefined. I wasn't preserving my power, we'd be done by now. I'm not sure what I expected, but it certainly wasn't this. The ancient Khajiit really want us to work to uncover the Triangulant. Examine the moons on each statue. Fascinating. It must have something to do with the direction of the light. According to the poem, the full moons and the new moons are the key. Pretty ingenious for a bunch of ancient cats. Why don't you see what's in the chest before we head to the Bandari trading post? Come along. I can't maintain this portal indefinitely.
Khunzar-ri said, because two shall become three, annoying demon. As soon as this one rescues flint-filled demon hunter from the alien lair of creeping ebony plants. These are the words, and the words are true. Mizbina hopes that you and your friend enjoyed this story. Is there anything else that this one can do for you? The lore master? Ah, this one hasn't talked to him in a long time. Mizbina only knows the second part of the story. That is how the Moon Singers maintain the secrets of the great tales. Would you like to hear the story again? In the time before time, when the 16 kingdoms were young and like kittens at play, the great hero Khunzar-ri gathered the company of champions to combat the demon and his brothers. They had come to Elsweyr to steal the moons from the sky. Ominous, oh, indeed. With Nurarian already at his side, Khunzar-ri turned his attention to the next champion he planned to recruit. The power of the moons will be ours, little cat thing, taunted the demon. How can two possibly hope to stop many? Khunzar-ri said, because two shall become three, annoying demon. As soon as this one rescues flint-filled demon hunter from the alien lair of creeping ebony plants. These are the words, and the words are true.
You know, the legend of Khunzar-ri is more interesting than I remember. It must be Moonsinger Mizbina's delivery. Marginally entertaining. She made the location of the next Triangulant quite clear to one of exceptional intellect, such as myself. Of course, only the nearby Black Vine ruins could be referred to as the alien lair of creeping ebony plants. I never cared for carnivorous vegetation. I'll meet you in the ruins after I make one more attempt to catch my elusive stalker. Yes, and with brazen impunity. I almost caught my stalker here at the trading post before they slipped away in the crowd. They're like an insect buzzing around my head that I can't quite swat. Someone with that level of power concerns me greatly. The Khajiit Moonsingers went to a great deal of effort to separate and hide their clues, but I feel like we're getting closer. Where did you learn to fight? Shad Astula Academy?
Please. Please.
Perhaps you could kill them a little faster, hmm? Ah, another prism puzzle. At least the ancient Khajiit were consistent. Examine that stone plaque, will you? Any clue will be helpful. Knowledge can only be found in the dark. Could that refer to the new moons? Ignore any statues displaying a full moon. Adequately done. Now, collect the triangulant and let's be on our way. Come along. I can't maintain this portal indefinitely.
Then Khunzar-ri turned to the rest of his Krajun. One more we need. A Khajiit queen of renown. A Nequina sharp, who loves to bask in the glow of the big moon when she reflects and thinks deep thoughts. These are the words, and the words are true. Satarri is new to the art of storytelling, so forgive her if she isn't as interesting as she should be. She will improve. Of this she is sure. Old grandfather, the lore master? Satarri has heard of him, but has never met him. She was made a moon singer by the previous storyteller to guard the third part of that ancient tale. Since you arrived so late, should Satarri tell the story again? In the time before time, when the 16 kingdoms roamed with wild abandon, the hero, Khunzar-ri, gathered champions to deal with a terrible demon and his horde. With Norarian the Perfect and Glendale Demon Hunter, he sought a third companion. Patience! Satarri is getting to that part. The demon said, "Oh, little cat thing, you amuse us. How can 3 tiny morsels ever stand against us?" Khunzar-ri laughed. "Ha! We may be tiny, but we are persistent, and tricky too, as you will see." Then Khunzar-ri turned to his Krajun. One more we need. A Khajiit queen of renown. A Nequina sharp-tongue who loves to bask in the glow of the big moon when she reflects and thinks deep thoughts. These are the words, and the words are true.
This new moon singer shows a modicum of promise, but she hasn't yet reached her full potential. Still, the story was interesting, and it points us toward the final triangulant required to make use of the map. Oh yes, the moon singer made it quite clear. Her tale points to an old shrine not far from here known as Jode's Light, the big moon referenced in the story. Once we collect the final triangulant, I'll be able to use the map to find the weapon. Still don't trust me? Neither do I. I know what I'm capable of. I'm no better than the fools that lead the alliances. That's why we'll only use the weapon to get them to the negotiating table. Diplomacy works best when facilitated by a big stick.
A moment, traveler. We need to talk. Please, a moment of your time. I need to speak to you about Abner Thorn. My intentions are honorable, I assure you. I am Khamira, agent for the Speaker of the Main. When we learned about Abner Thorn sought the same weapon as Euraxia, the Speaker sent me to intervene. Euraxia Tarn, Abnur's cruel half-sister. She conquered my home city of Rimen and proclaimed herself its queen. If she gets her hands on the weapon, Elsweyr's suffering will increase 1,000-fold. I do not think they get along. From my observations, Abner seeks the weapon for peaceful ends, but this is a delusion. It is too powerful, too evil. We must convince Abner to find the weapon before Euraxia does and destroy it. That is the only way. Tharn believes he knows best. He will not listen to me. I am not sure he will even accept your counsel. But you have to try. At first, I thought Tharn was working with Euraxia. From what I have seen, his mission of peace is sincere, just misguided. In every way. How can something of such power be used safely to stop a war? It cannot. When you require a breeze, you do not summon a tornado. We must reach the item before Euraxia and then destroy it. That is the only option. Are you always so direct with your questions? Oh, very well. Perhaps a bit of honesty will convince you of my intentions. Before my parents died, they gave me a pendant. It blocks all forms of magical detection. It helps me in my role as agent for the Speaker of the Main. And that is all I will say on this matter. We must focus on finding the item before Euraxia Tharn. I will help you do this, and then we will destroy it. That would be my master, Garashri. The Main can't be everywhere. So Garashri travels and speaks for the Main. I suppose you could say I am the Speaker's speaker. At least, I am his eyes and ears in this situation. A new Main was recently selected. Shazza is now the spiritual leader of the Khajiiti. Oh, such a question. You do not really expect me to answer that, do you? I will say this, however. There is no one else in Tamriel quite like me.
I find it fitting that the final triangulant awaits us in a Khajiiti ruin. I'm beginning to question my own magnificence, if you can imagine such a thing. Despite multiple attempts, I still haven't been able to identify or catch the damnable prowler who has been following me. It's really becoming quite irksome. A Khajiit? Why would the Speaker of the Main send a powerful wizard to hound me so? My half-sister? They're aware of her interest in this? But why didn't this agent of the Speaker simply approach me directly? I would have gladly welcomed her assistance in this matter. Destroy my one chance to stop the Three Banners War? Never. Don't tell me you agree with this nonsense. That we should allow the Dominion, Pact, and Covenant to continue to tear Tamriel apart? Do you want more people to die? That's fear talking. We can end a terrible war if we get to the weapon before my despicable half-sister. I shall see this through. I have to. I'd appreciate your help, but I can't force you. We can discuss destroying the weapon after we end the war. With luck, we'll gather the last triangulant and be done with ancient ruins. some of the words have been chipped away. See what you can do. I hardly doubted you. Now grab the final triangulant and let's return to my camp in Grotwood. Come along. I can't maintain this portal indefinitely. Once you know where to look, the location becomes perfectly obvious. Come, let's talk. With your assistance, we gathered the 3 triangulants that allowed me to decipher the map formed by the Wraithstone tablet. I now know that the demon weapon resides in the Halls of Colossus, along the southern coast of Elsweyr. An ancient structure whose purpose and origin is clouded in legend. Some believe it contains the dwarven Numidium, which could be the weapon we seek. I've chartered a wagon to get us to the coast. Then a boat will take us the rest of the way. Honestly, I don't give a skeever's arse. She may have been able to track me when I wasn't attempting to conceal our movements, but I made sure to... It appears this Khamira is more capable than I anticipated.
The Halls of Colossus? Arrogant Imperial! Without my assistance, you will never survive that place.
Away with you, cat. It falls upon me to end this accursed war.
So you can declare yourself Emperor? I think not. I will accompany you to find and destroy the weapon.
Emperor has never been my ambition. Join us if you want. Just don't get in my way.
The Halls of Colossus and a demon weapon. By Joan and Jode, no good can come from any of this. I will help you find the item and make sure Euraxia does not attain it. But then it must be destroyed. That is the only option.
Surprisingly clever, those ancient Khajiit. An old tablet, oral histories disguised as fables, and sophisticated triangulant tiles, all pointing to one location, the Halls of Colossus. The abhorrent 3 Banners War is practically over. The cat can do as she pleases. Based on the skills she has already demonstrated, however, I'm not averse to having her along. Just realize that I plan to utilize the weapon despite her protestations. Now take this, for your efforts. The Halls of Colossus. A place as mysterious as it is ancient. I never imagined I'd have a reason to seek it out, let alone explore it. Let's hope the item we pursue lives up to my expectations, and that we reach it before my half-sister Euraxia. A few years ago, my deplorable sibling broke protocol and conquered a portion of Elsweyr. I assume she wants the weapon to secure her territory and increase the size of her holdings. Euraxia's ruthlessness is exceeded only by her ambition. Half-sister, and I have no hesitation in this regard. To best Euraxia, however, we need to reach the Halls of Colossus ahead of her. Give me and Khamira a moment to negotiate an accord we can both live with, then meet us by the wagon I chartered. Take care of any outstanding business you may have as quickly as possible. I want to depart for the Halls of Colossus and find the weapon as soon as we can.
These ruins are not empty. Your friends have come this way. I can smell them.
Euraxia's soldiers are not my friends, Cat. I will not allow them to seize the weapon.
So you say, but will you really oppose your sister?
Half-sister, and I oppose anyone who adds to the woes of the Empire.
Joan and Jode, Was that an earthquake?
Stay vigilant and look for a way inside.
Abner Tharn and the Wraithstone. Just as Queen Euraxia predicted.
Queen? I see my demented half-sister is still full of herself.
My queen sends her love. And this poison gas.
To me, before the gas takes you.
Necromancer, deal with these scum.
Undead. Keep them
Euraxia
away
tricked
from
you,
Tharn.
old wizard. You brought the Wraithstone
I
here.
see a
Its
panel.
magic
Hold
will
them off.
unlock the vault. We have an endless supply of
That takes care of
undead,
the
you
poison.
fools. Relish your victory while you can. We'll reach the weapon before you.
Well done, Cat. I barely regret your presence now. We need to get that door open. My half-sister has stooped to employing necromancers. How distasteful. No matter. We need to open this door and deal with Captain Calcevius and his soldiers. Interesting. What's with all the dragon imagery, I wonder? That rumble when we entered. Somehow the Wraithstone I carried triggered a mechanism of some sort. It started a process that will eventually open the vault and permit access to the weapon. That's my assumption, in any event. Look around. Some sort of dragon decorates nearly every surface. While ancient, the carvings were clearly added after the halls were first constructed. Well, that's a mystery for later. Right now, we need to beat Euraxia's soldiers to the weapon. It appears I've stumbled into another one of my half-sister's nefarious schemes. I need to be more careful about that. Still, I don't think Euraxia counted on Khamira's presence. That works to our advantage. Just don't tell the cat I said that. Stop the process? Why in Oblivion's name would we want to do that? No. We just need to reach the vault and retrieve the weapon before Euraxia's soldiers do. Now go and examine that puzzle. It appears much the same as the ones you dealt with earlier.
Euraxia's soldiers were here long enough to turn some of the Hall's own defenses against us. We need to be on our guard, Walker. One ancient ruin is much like another, and I have spent a lot of time exploring places such as this. To be honest, I took an educated guess. Luckily, Jode's light shined upon us, and my guess proved true. Most assuredly. Unless the Euraxians blunder into them first. But I do not think we can count on that. They figured out how to turn the gas against us after all. First things first, however. We need to find a way to open that door. Many ancient Khajiit puzzles utilize reflected light. The mechanism to unlock the door appears to be tied to one such puzzle. If you can find a way to reflect the light to the door, I believe it will open. That did it! Hurry, this way! Necromancers! Only your sister would ally with such abominations.
Half-sister. And who's to say the necromancer isn't the captain's pet?
Regardless, Euraxia apparently wants you dead.
I have that effect on people, especially my relatives.
What now, mage?
Isn't it obvious? Down.
Down?
It appears to be the only way. You could have waited for my portal. Never mind, let's move on.
You think the dragon imagery is significant, wizard?
Of course. Why else sculpt them on nearly every surface?
Maybe whoever lived here simply liked dragons, yes? We need to find the captain and end this.
I'm well aware of the stakes, Cat. Try to run faster.
Imperials! You think Joan and Jode shine only upon you?
Another light puzzle? Well, go solve it. Time waits for no one, not even Abner Tharn.
You did it! Now solve the other side. The door is open. Come, hurry!
What now, Cat? Have you forgotten that we're in a hurry?
These reliefs, they tell the story of Khunzar-ri and the demons.
Those aren't demons. They're dragons.
Jode's light? The dragons are the weapon! Euraxia wants to release dragons!
Damn it all. I have no use for dragons. Come on, let's put a stop to this.
Damn stupid doors! Why won't you open?
Stop! You will not release those beasts!
Queen Euraxia wants those dragons, one way or another! Too late, old wizard. Too late.
Stand back. I'll use the Wraithstone to restore the seal.
Hurry, wizard! You must hurry!
Seal! Damn you! Seal! I think that did it. Oh, now what?
Brothers, we are free!
Dark Moons, get down! The dragons! You released them into
I was trying to
Elsweyr.
stop that from happening. The blame falls squarely on Captain Calcevius. I'm quite certain.
He was working for your sister!
Half-sister. But let's finish this back at my camp. Come along. I can't maintain this portal indefinitely.
Everything Garishri sent me to prevent has occurred. I knew going to the Halls of Colossus was a mistake. Now dragons are loose in Elsweyr. At least we stopped Euraxia's soldier. I suppose that counts for something. Other than set the dragons free? I have no idea. Luckily we stopped him from completing it, whatever he hoped to accomplish. I wonder if Abner knew about the dragons. If his plan all along was to release them into Elsweyr. After he set the whole troublesome event in motion, if Abner had never acquired the Wraithstone, if he had never figured out the location of the ruins, Jode's light, if he had never taken the damn tablet there, none of this would be happening. They would have... I should not push these angry thoughts in your direction. All I know is that a lot of dragons escaped from an ancient prison, and now they are loose in Elsweyr. My people, they must be warned.
That could have turned out better. At least we stopped my half-sister from seizing control of the imprisoned dragons. That's something, I suppose. Of course, this delays my plan to end the Three Banners War, last it all. I should say so. As destructive as the accursed war is, a rampaging horde of enraged dragons, well, it doesn't quite compare, does it? If we can contain the dragons in Elsweyr, that would certainly be for the best. Right at this exact moment? No. No. But I will figure something out by the time I reach Elsweyr and consult with Garish-ri. The Speaker of the Main needs to be informed, and I must have words with my despicable half-sister. About that. In hindsight, I suspect the tip I received about the Wraithstone came from Euraxia. She knew I wouldn't be able to resist such a lure. She played me. That doesn't occur often, and it has put me all out of sorts. I hate being tricked. For now, help the Khajiit prepare for the dragon invasion, and take this as recompense for your service. In the meantime, I have plans to formulate and arrangements to make. When the moment to deal with the dragons comes, I will contact you.